iconography is that it not only teaches you about the faith. We say in our hymnography, Simeron Christos, Ignate, Simeron, Christ hung upon the cross. That is, that every moment is a now moment in the church, because God is in eternity and He is present now. So everything is now for Him. So when we celebrate these feasts, for us, it's a now experience. We do the same text every year. We do the same feasts and fasts every year. Every year, we are different. We're new. So every year that I do Holy Week, I learn something new. So icons continually shape us, encourage us, convict us, inspire us, lift us up. And that's what a long tradition has to offer. I learn something new all the time. For instance, St. John, when Christ was on the cross, who says to St. John, John, behold your mother, mother, behold your son. Why did he do that? Well, in the East and in the West, we consider the Panagia, the All-Holy One, the ever-Virgin Mary. Now, it talks about Christ's brothers and sisters, but in the tradition of the Eastern culture, anybody who was your age was considered a brother or sister, your cousins, those closer relatives. Even in today in Greece society, anyone that's older than you is called Thea or Theos, uncle or aunt, even though they're not your uncle or aunt. It's just a term of respect. But we know that Christ was her only son, because in Jewish tradition, to not take care of your son would be anathema. So if there are other children, they would have taken care of Christ. But because she was his only son, he made sure she was taken care of by putting her in the care of John. We notice too that the icon itself does not have any depth or atmosphere. We don't use reverse perspective that gives the illusion of space. In fact, we come out towards the viewer. We use reverse perspective. You can see at the foot of the cross that it comes out towards the viewer. And that is perfectly why this visual language is really a perfect liturgical language. Because in Western art that has depth and perspective, as clever as it is, and an amazing technique, what happens is it turns you into a spectator. You're watching something happen. But in this case, it comes out towards you, it involves you, you are a participant. That's why we do things in churches on a human scale, so that there's a relationship, that there's attention. So, today we'll be finishing up these garments, and then we'll move over to this side. We'll see how far we get, but stay with me.